Oh yeah. What's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on a late Monday night. Back at you again with another video on Killer O Demon 669. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video, share this video all over the internet, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you for watching this video on this late Monday night. And what I want to do in this video, as I do every Monday night or early Tuesday morning, it is time for your late night Monday night Raw review from Memphis, Tennessee on September the 22nd, 2014, coming off the heels of Night of Champions. This show was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. It started off hot, and then progressively started to get boring. And then the main event wasn't a great match, but then, you know, what happened afterwards, I think saved the show. So let's get to the review. So we start the show with Dean Ambrose, the Lunatic, and he gets in the ring and he wants to fight Seth Rollins. So he sits in a chair and waits for him to come out. But does Rollins come out? No! John Cena comes out in his new fucking shirt. With blue fucking thing saying, "Keep calm and never give up." How about keep calm and shut the fuck up, John? Piece of shit. Anyway, he comes out, and Ambrose says he doesn't like being in the same ring as Cena, and tells him not to give him a reason to hate him. Well, doesn't everybody hate Cena these days? You know. Then Cena says, "Well, we both have the same agenda," and he said they both want a piece of Seth Rollins. Well, obviously Dean wants Seth Rollins because of what happened about a month ago. You know, putting his head through the cinder blocks, and Cena wants to get his hands on him because of you know, he stole the WWE title from him. Cena basically had Brock beat. You know, Brock's shoulder was up, but that's just me. You know, and then, you know, Cena gets all pissed off, and he did a little post interview on WWE.com saying that Seth Rollins made a stupid decision by trying to cash in. Okay, whatever. Then Cena says that he had the WWE title won if it wasn't for Rollins, blah, blah, blah. Then he says tonight he's going to cash in his ass-kicking in the bank card, or briefcase, whatever you called it, and he wants to fight Seth Rollins tonight. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Dean then warns Cena not to get in his way, or basically Dean will kick his ass. And then Cena gets pissed off. He's like, "Well, you want to fight right now?" You know, takes off his shirt, showing his ugly freaking physique. You know, and fans go like, "Ah, John Cena!" You know, pervert. And then the game. Triple H comes out full force with the Authority and Seth Rollins in the back, and he says that if they want to fight, they both want to fight Rollins, but it's not going to happen, and they're both going to fight tonight. And I was thinking, ooh, Dean Ambrose against Cena tonight? That should be a good match. But before Triple H continues talking, Cena is like, "Well, we're not gonna fight Seth Rollins. We're gonna bring the fight to you." So they could start going at it. They beat up Kane. They beat up Randy Orton, and Dean and Seth fight it out in the crowd, and they go to the back. So the Authority start going to the back, and then the cameras catch up to Ambrose and Rollins fighting in the back. Cena joins the party, and they try to go 2-on-1 on Seth Rollins, but Seth breaks free from the whole melee. Then he starts running into the parking lot, and you see some guy like coming out with a duffel bag. Maybe it was one of the jobbers. So then they push him away, and he steals the car. Wow, haven't we seen that in the Attitude Era, haven't we? You know, so that was pretty fun. And Cena and Ambrose, you know, watch Seth roar out of the arena, but he didn't really leave the arena, did he? So they just have a stare down, and that was it for the segment. So very hot segment. I actually, you know, I liked it a lot. So we'll see what happens later in the night. So I gave this segment 3.5. Excuse me, out of 5 stars. I had something on my screen. Anyway, then Mitchell Cole tells us that after Raw, but if you didn't watch it by now, we're gonna have the 2K15 roster reveal tonight. Oh, we already know that Sting's in the game, Hogan's in the game, Savage is in the game most likely. You know, the entire Raw roster is on as a SmackDown roster. The Divas are in it. I wouldn't be surprised if the NXT roster is on it. No, Sting's not gonna be on it, sadly, unless you create him, which I'll be doing. When I get that game, I'm gonna be creating a lot of people. Steen, Generico with the mask, Austin Aries. Well, CM Punk is definitely in the game, so I gotta put him. I'm gonna put him on the RH roster. I'm gonna make so many guys. I'm gonna put Prince Devitt in with the face paint if I can do it right. You know. I'm just gonna have a lethal freaking roster. I can't wait till I get that game for Christmas. Yeah, because I'm not gonna get it on October or whatever it comes out. You know, I do have the money for it, but I just don't want to get it when it comes out. And I will be getting it for PS4. And no, I'm not gonna be doing gameplay because I don't have the hookup to it. I'm sorry. Sorry. So anyway, so after that, we get a recap of what happened before. Kane and Orton are seen then talking amongst themselves. Triple H and Stephanie come in. Triple H says, I got a solution to this problem. Then he says that Kane's going to face Dean Ambrose and Orton's going to face Cena. How many times are we going to see Orton and Cena? Ah! Damn it! So Kane's all upset about this. And Stephanie says, well, they both need retribution. Well, the whole authority needs that. And Orton says that he's done doing, finding his battles and doing the authority and any good. And he says Seth's not doing any good and he needs to stop starting fires that he can't put out, something like that. So I gave this segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 1 for the IC title. The Miz defending against Dolph Ziggler in a rematch of Lunatic champions. This match wasn't that bad. I wasn't upset with the finish, but, but it was a decent match. It was pretty much back and forth throughout. And, lots of counters. The Famous will get countered. The Miz tried for the Miz of Oz, countered by Dolph. He gets a very near fall on that. Miz comes back with tries for the skull crushing finale. That gets countered. Then Miz tries for the figure 4, but Dolph countered out of that. Then Dolph goes up to the top. Miz countered that move into the figure 4. Dolph got the rope. So it was kind of like a little replay of last night, as we get to the finish. Miz looks for the skull-crushing finale after a kick to the ropes and, hit him in the nuts. Dolph kicks out of the skull-crushing finale. I was shocked at that. Then Miz misses a kick. Dolph gets a roll-up for 2. He hits the Famouser. He gets 2.5. He tries for the zigzag. That gets countered. Miz pushes Dolph into the ropes as where Damien Sandow was, but Dolph stopped it. Hits a super kick right on Damien Sandow. Knocks him out of the ring. Or off the apron, I should say. Miz then tries to roll up with the tights like he did last night to win the title, but Dolph's like, oh, turnabout's fair play. He does it. He counters out, hooks the tights, and we almost see Miz's bare ass, which nobody wants to see. So he wins the title, I believe, for the 3rd or 4th time. So it sucks that Miz wins the title, and then they put it back on Dolph. What? Why just have Dolph win at Night Champions and then retain his title? Or have, or Miz win it on Raw? They could have done that, but, this is WWE and the bookers fucking suck. But that's just me. So, match was okay. Dolph wins the title that he should have never lost. But I guess he's holding it to wait about it. And I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. When I come back. So, the match was okay. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright. I just lost my place here. After that, we get an update on Roman Reigns, or we're going to get an update on Roman Reigns' condition later on. Then we see clips of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose from Night of Champions, that whole brawl when Seth made an open challenge. And then we get reminded that Dean's going to take on Kane and Orton's going to take on Cena, blah, 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 blah. Alright, then we get to match number 2, Bo Dallas taking on Jack Swagger. We the people! You know, and this is another match in their series. Jack Swagger won the first one. Bo Dallas won with the Bulldog on SmackDown before the pay-per-view. This is their third match. This match was okay. It wasn't great. It was just what it was. Bo started off strong, hitting Swagger with the knees and, you know, getting a near fall. Swagger comes back, hits the Swagger bomb, but Bo came back with a neck breaker for a near fall. Then he hits Swagger on the ropes, but Swagger fights out of it, locks in the Patriot Lock, and then Bo tapped out. So it was a pretty quick match. It was about 5, maybe 8 minutes at most. So, match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Zeb Coulter gets on the mic and starts bashing Bo and does his best Bo Dallas impersonation. All you have to do is believe! I can't even do it right, but that was just my personal impersonation. It sucked, but whatever. So that was pretty funny, and he tells him that you just tapped out. So that was it. So I hope this freaking feud between these guys is over, because basically I really don't like Bo Dallas that much, and I wish Jack Swagger would get put back into the heavyweight title division. That's all I gotta say. Or at least the US or the IC title division. But that's what it was. Alright, then we get to your shit break match of the night. Summer Rae with Layla taking on Natalya with Rosa Mendes. Ooh. So, for the match, someone gets on the mic and says, "It's so hard being the most attractive person in the room." Okay. And he says jealousy brings hatred and says she doesn't need total divas or anyone to be her friend. Then she says it's always summertime for her and her girl, Layla. Okay. Don't give Summer Rae the mic ever again. I mean, her promos gonna suck. So the match happens. Natty goes right after Summer, and this whole match came about because of Total Divas, when Summer Rae was talking bad about TJ, meaning Tyson Kidd, Natty's husband. You know, saying that Natalya treats him like a piece of crap, and then Natty got all pissed off, beat her up on the road. Whatever, they were going on the road, and Rosa Mendes tried to break it up and all that shit. Who cares? I don't watch the show because it's a piece of it's worse than Raw, basically. So Summer comes back with a kick and starts beating on her. Then she locks in a body scissors type submission. Then she kind of locked it in weird, and Natty tried to counter her, but she got 2. Then Summer tightens the hold a little bit. Natty breaks the hold with a body slam. As my cats are kind of looking at each other in the kitchen. Are you gonna fight? Yeah, they're going at it, but I can't do it. Damn it! I was about to tape World Cat Wrestling number 2, but I'm taping this. Maybe later. We'll see. So anyway, Natty breaks the hold with a body slam and takes control. She then hits a step onto her neck, and then it comes back off the rope, hits a drop kick. That was okay. She hits a clothesline. Later gets involved, gets on the apron, and causes a distraction. And Summer Rae gets a 2 count. She tries to lock in the sharpshooter as Later was still on the apron. Rosa Mendes actually did her job for once and took out Layla off the apron. So Natalya locks in the sharpshooter. Summer Rae taps out, and that was it. So I didn't really like this match. I kind of took a break and I fell asleep for a little bit. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah, typical Divas match. Then we get another recap of the Seth Dean Cena segment from earlier on, and we see Seth still in the car and heading out of the arena. So we don't think. So then we get the match number 4. Dean Ambrose taking on Corporate Kane. This match wasn't that bad. Actually, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, Dean goes after Kane to start, and it's all over him, beating him up, the lunatic that he is. Kane comes back with an uppercut, but Dean comes back, hits a top rope roaring elbow for a near fall. Then Kane comes back with shoulders in the corner, another uppercut. Dean comes back, so it's basically back and forth match. Like, every time Kane tried to get momentum, Dean would come back, and Dean ducks a punch, hits some of his own. He hits a running drop kick on the Kane. It wasn't that bad. Kane goes for a chokeslam. Dean counters out of it, sends Kane to the floor. He hits a dive onto him, not that suicide dive that he usually does. He takes him to the floor. Hits the dive, like I said. And then he pulls up the apron and pulls out like about 5 chairs. You know, sickos, the lunatics on the loose! You know. Then Kane hits a sick boot to the face. He sends Ambrose into the steps. He gets a near fall, bring him back into the ring. Then he starts getting some momentum. Kane has Ambrose in an armbar submission. Dean breaks free, hits a DDT on him. Then he comes off the ropes, hits a wicked clothesline on the Monster Kane. And he goes up top, hits a forward missile drop kick for a near fall. He looks for a tornado DDT, but Kane countered out of it. Tries to go for the chokeslam. Dean countered out of that. Into Dirty Deeds. He looks for the pin, but Seth Rollins comes in for the DQ. And this is going to be a theme in this match and in the main event. I'll get to that in a little bit. So that kind of cheapened the victory for Dean Ambrose. So I give the match 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Seth grabs the chair, but Dean stops it, and the fight is on again. They start going at it. Dean sends Seth out of the ring. He goes for a dive to the outside, but Kane stopped it with a punch. Woo! That was a lethal punch. Then he goes in the ring, hits a chokeslam on Dean Ambrose, and they're about to go to the back, but Seth just looks back, and he isn't done. He looks to finish off Dean, but Dean gets up, has the chair in his hand, and Seth slowly backs away. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, this storyline, this feud is continuing to go on, most likely all the way up to Hell in a Cell in 4 weeks. Most likely. I mean, it is going to go on till Hell in a Cell. But the aftermath, it was okay. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And right after the commercial, we come back. We see Seth and Kane talking about their attack on Dean. Like, yeah, we kicked his ass! Right? And then the game, Triple H, starts talking to him, says things are getting out of control. And he's like, look out! And then Dean comes in, starts attacking Kane and Seth Rollins. And then Jamie Noble comes in and comes up behind and freaking almost takes Dean Ambrose's head off. You know, it's like, you know. And we see like Joey Mercury and other agents and security come in to stop it. Triple H, you know, stops in and he orders them security take him out of the building. But Stephanie comes in and tells security, no, we're not there to take him out of the building. So he's like, put him in there. So he puts him in a room, and they lock the door. And Triple H's like, why were we doing this? And then Steph tells Triple H, when have we took someone out of the arena and they haven't come back? That has never happened. And Triple H's like, okay, watch the door. So we see, you know, we see a lot of segments with the security guards just standing there on board. Yeah. But you think that Dean is going to be in the room for long? You see. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video showing of Roman Reigns talking about his injury from the hospital bed. The same thing we saw at Night of Champions. And if you didn't see it on WWE.com, you know, you get it there. And we find out that Reigns is likely to miss several months of action. I thought it was 6 weeks. Something we don't know? But hopefully Roman Reigns, you know, he's resting in the hospital. Hopefully he'll be come back sooner than later. But we'll see. Because an incarcerated hernia is not an easy thing to get over, you know. Not that I've had a hernia, I'm just saying, but, you know. It's going to take a while for him to heal. All that tissue and the bone, it's going to take him a while to heal up. And hopefully we'll be back probably back by maybe the Survivor Series or TLC. But we'll see. Alright, then we got the match number 5, 6-man tag match. Sheamus, fella! Fella! I'm Sheamus! With my lucky times! Hey, fella, I'm from Ireland. With Fit Finley. The man that loves to fight. Okay, that was bad. That was a very bad impression. So I do a good Fit Finley impression. No. Then he's teaming up with the former tag team champions, the Usos, who suck. Yeah, Ooh, suck. Yeah, that's a new word. So they're taking on Cesaro and the new tag team champions, Gold Stardust. This match was okay. It started off slow. It was a very long match. I think it started like at 9, maybe a little after 9, 9:10, 9:15. It didn't end till like 9:45. 30 minutes for this match? Really? Okay. I mean, minus the commercial breaks in there too. Mm-hmm. So it was back and forth match. The heels were attacking Sheamus. At one point, they were attacking Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, but Sheamus and the Usos would come back. Let's get near the end of the match. Sheamus gets a hot tag. He cleans house on Stardust. Hits the rolling, whatever he calls it. He takes out Goldust. Then he hits 10 clubbing blows on Stardust. He goes for a power slam. And then Sheamus barrels into Cesaro, and they go outside. And I think Cesaro and Sheamus are going to have another match, probably at Hell in a Cell. I don't really care about. And then Sheamus tries to go inside. I guess he got up on the apron or something like that, and he held on. Cesaro takes him out and dropped, and Sheamus just dropped, to the floor. I mean, he hit hard. He looked like he was unconscious, or he had a concussion at least. Because he looked Joey, but I don't know how Sheamus finished the match. Cesaro comes off the ropes. Wait, did I make? Okay. Cesaro comes off the ropes with an axe handle smash for a near fall. Then they start beating up on Sheamus, but Sheamus came back, got the hot tag to Jey Uso. He starts cleaning house. He hits a corkscrew moonsault on the champions. Then the Usos team up on the champions. They hit a butt splash on Cody and a super kick on Cesaro. Then he hit the Usos onto Cesaro and I believe it was Goldust. No, it was Cody Rhodes. Then Jay goes for the Superfly Splash like he did last night, but this time Goldust got his knees up. Then he hits the final cut. Looks for the pin, but Sheamus broke it up. He takes out Cody and Cesaro. Then I believe it was Jimmy Uso hit the Superfly Splash on Goldust for the win, and finally ended this match. So it was a long match. It was kind of, it started okay, and got exciting, got boring after because it was starting to get long and repetitive. So, but it was okay. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And on SmackDown, we're going to get a tag team title rematch between the Usos and Gold Stardust. And we'll see if the champions retain or will the Usos win it back for the second time. But we'll see. I just hope. I mean, I really don't care if the Usos get it back. I just hope the Ascension comes in on Raw next week or before Hell in a Cell and basically beats the crap out of the Usos and wins the titles. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so like I said, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Randy Orton in the back. And then Seth Rollins comes up to him and Seth says, I know that, you're not in the mood to talk. And he mentions Orton doesn't want to fight his battles, but he appreciates going into battle against Cena. Then he says, well, me and Kane are going to be at ringside, and we got a special surprise just for Cena. I thought it was just for him, but, then Orton's like, why are you doing this? And Christian goes, but then he goes, I like surprises. So I'm thinking, I think I know where this is kind of going for Cena. Cena block. So we'll see what happens in the main event, but I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see Mark Henry walk into the ring, and we find out he's going to address the WWE Universe. Up next, nobody cares. So we go to the trailer for WWE 2K15 that was put out this morning. It wasn't a bad trailer. I mean, the graphics look amazing, especially for the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Woo! Looks good. I mean, it looks like, the wrestlers, they look real. The graphics look amazing. I can't wait to play it. I just can't. Alright, then we see security still guarding the door that Dean is locked in. Then we see Mark Henry come into the ring, and he says he wants to apologize to the fans for letting them down. We all knew you were going to let them down, Mark, because you're a jobber. Then he says he isn't 100% physically and mentally because he hurt his back and his ribs. The fans start chanting, what, at him. And the fans like, and he's like, "Oh, you can do whatever you want. You can chant what?" And the fans like, "What?" You know. And he still begs them for their forgiveness. Then we hear the music of Alexander Rusev. Rusev smash Lana pussy, yeah. I just love doing that. And if you don't like it, well, fuck you. So the ravishing Russian Lana comes out in a nice short white fucking. Just knowing what I love to crush her, if you know what I mean. So Lana tells Henry that he doesn't have to apologize because the fans are pathetic and so apologetic, just like him. Then the fans start chanting USA, and Lana tells them to shut up. I did it pretty good. Then Lana says the Russians are proud people, and she says that Henry failed at a second chance, and she's like, well, maybe you'll get a third chance. And then she gets a small cheap pop from the fans in Memphis, Tennessee, and then she asks the fans if they want to see Henry face Rusev again, and as usual, the fans are like, yeah! Then Henry's like, well, if the fans if you guys want to see me destroy Rusev, then bring it on! So Lana's like, Rusev? Crash! So we get an impromptu match, the rematch from Night of Champions, but I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars, by the way. So we get the match number 6, rematch from Night of Champions, and this match was kind of like last night. It was okay. It wasn't great. Rusev was targeting the injured back in the ribs of Mark Henry. He was basically, then Henry comes back with a Beal. Rusev comes back and basically beats the crap out of Henry for most of the match. Locks in looked like a $1 million dream type move, and Henry broke out of it. Rusev hits a dropkick, locks in the move again. Henry starts making a comeback, but his back and ribs are just like shot. And Rusev looks to push Mark Henry into the steps, but Henry counters it, and sends Rusev into the steps very hard. So he builds some momentum, sends Rusev into the barricade. He looks for the Vader bomb, but Rusev got up and pulled out the leg of Mark Henry, and Henry hits the mat with a thud. Then Rusev Rusev looked for that kick he usually does, but the referee was in the ring, and Rusev's like, I think he cursed at the ref in Russian. I don't know what he said, but he looked like he cursed at the ref. That ref's gonna be future endeavored. So he waits for Henry to get up, and he's like, fuck this! It's like, fuck this bullshit! And so he locks in the accolade, and then Henry just passes out. He just went limp. So, his back must have gave out on him. So Rusev wins. He continues his undefeated streak. Okay. And that's basically it. So Rusev wins again. Henry gets looked at by the doctors. Looks like he passed out. He was barely moving. So I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. And my Zuzu's in the pooper. So, anyways. So after that, we get a recap again of the whole Cena Dean Seth saga from earlier. We see Dean's attack on Seth Rollins in the back, then getting locked in the room with security blocking the door. Then we see Adam Rose and his Rosebuds! Don't bail them in! Be a Rosebud! And crew come into the ring, and we find out that the Bunny, yes, the Bunny, are in tag team action. Guess who they're gonna fight? That's right, Slater Gators. Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil. Match number 7. This match was boring. It had its funny moments with the Bunny got involved. It was boring. We know who's under the Bunny suit. Well, even though it looked like it's Sami Zayn right now, but it's gonna be Darren Young when he's ready to come back. This match was boring. Titus was in control. Slater came in and beats up on him. Adam Rose came in with a jawbreaker. He looks for the hot tag, but Titus stopped it. He tries for a cheap shot on the Bunny, but the Bunny hopped down on the ring, no pun intended. Then Adam Rose takes out Titus. He tags in the Bunny, who hits some kicks to Slater. Does it, with his this thing. I'm like, why is Sami Zayn doing this bullshit? Can anybody tell me? Anyone? Bueller? It's hurting his integrity. Sami Zayn shouldn't be doing this bullshit. He should be on the main roster kicking some people's ass. Not dressed up in a fucking bunny suit. God! He should be NXT champion, too. I mean, he probably will be after AJ Neville goes up to the main roster. And speaking of that, I want to touch on this quickly. You know, the WWE promoted this as the future of the WWE. Okay, so everybody's thinking that NXT still is going to be on there. We didn't see the future of the WWE tonight! What the hell? Idiots! You're going to promote NXT, the future of the WWE being NXT, have the guys on the fucking show. It's irritating. Just to promote your fucking game. Nobody gives a fuck about the game. Even though I want the game, you know, but... And good God. That's it. Alright, there we see Nikki Bella walking down to the ring. She's going to address Brie Bella's comments to her after that. Then we see security blocking the door again. Nobody cares. So, we get to the Nikki Bella's promo. So, she says people have a gripe about the Divas title match, but she has a legitimate gripe. And she talks about Brie's words. And Steen is calling me. Okay. He's saying he's mad at he's mad that he wasn't on the show tonight. Okay, you're mad. Damn it. So she talks about what her sister said at Night of Champions last night, and they were the reason that she lost the match. No, it was AJ basically beating the crap out of both you and Paige. Then she says she's fearless, and then she calls out Brie. Brie comes out and says that Nikki is just gloating about her loss. And Nikki says, it's all about you. It's all about you. You never supported me. You know, blah, blah, blah. And she says it's never been about the Bellas. It's always about Brie. Same bullshit. And Brie says Nikki calls her out to the ring all the time just to berate her. Yeah, basically. Then she said that she is going to kick her ass. But Nikki says that she's an embarrassment to her, the Bella name, and that's why she brought her out. She says she doesn't deserve the Bella name. And she says that Nikki's new name should be Nikki's Trash Sister and Loser. And Loser. So, she demands that Brie give up the Bella name and go back to her what her real name is. Or, then she wants to be known as the Nikki Bella. No. Then Brie says Nikki has just lost her mind. Yeah, you think? And will never give up the Bella name. So Nikki mentions that Brie is married to Daniel Bryan, and why don't you take his name? Well, isn't her real name Brie Giancola Bryan now, or some shit like that? Or Brie Bryan? I don't know. Brie Danielson, I should say. So Nikki says that Brie is regretting marrying a beaten down troll. So Brie's like, bitch! Smacks Brie in the mouth, then tries for the yes lock, but Nikki bails out and holds her face. And then we hear the music of AJ Lee. She comes out, the Divas champion for the third time. She comes out skipping around the ring and smiling at Nikki. Bye, it's me, I'm the Divas champion. I get fucked in the ass by CM Punk. Ha ha, I'm AJ Lee. Okay, that was really pointless. Anyway, we get to match number 8. AJ taking on Nikki in a non-title match. We see Paige at ringside doing commentary. This match was okay. You know, typical Divas match. AJ starts off strong on Nikki. She hits a nice spinning Hurricanrana, a couple of nice neck breakers for a near fall. She goes for a charge in the corner, but Nikki hits a clothesline. Then she starts taking control. She uses this weird move. AJ's on the ropes, and she has her, you know, her boobs towards the announcers, and Nikki just uses her ass and just like, you know, with her ass. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So Nikki then throws AJ into Paige on the outside, and this didn't sit well with Paige. So Nikki locks in a chin lock and spins AJ around like a ragdoll. AJ broke free. She built some momentum, but Nikki kicks her down. She locks in the code red. It looks like AJ's about to tap, but she breaks free and almost pins Nikki. Then Nikki hits an Alabama slam for 2. She tries for a charge in the corner, but AJ kind of like picked her legs up and like sat on the top rope. And then she locks in the Black Widow right from there, and looked like Nikki was about to get the ropes, but AJ pulled her back into the ring somehow, showing her strength. So Nikki taps out. AJ wins. You know, I'm happy about that because I like AJ. So match itself, I get 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Paige and AJ have a stare down, and AJ then kisses the title belt and smiles at her best friend Paige. So I guess we're gonna get a rematch either on SmackDown or on Raw. I mean, how many times are we gonna see AJ and Paige for the Divas title? I mean, looks like, I mean, is the Divas title gonna be passed around like every other Diva that's been passed around in the locker room? I mean, it's true. It's damn true. So I'm just saying. All right, there we see the game with Triple H with security, and he asks if Ambrose has done anything in there. He's like pounded on the door, and one of the security guards says he hasn't made a peep, and Triple H's like, good, keep watch. So one of the security guards goes, I got the key, you know, and that was it. All right, after that we find out that SmackDown will be celebrating 15 years on the air on October the 10th, and we get more hype for the tag team title match between the Usos and Gold Stardust on Friday. So SmackDown actually celebrates their 15-year anniversary on October the 10th with I guess that's their season premiere or whatever. Alright, after that we get to the main event, Orton versus Cena. We see a box at ringside. Guess what's under it? So we see Kane instead come to ringside. Match itself was kind of boring, and I really didn't like this match. It was kind of back and forth. Orton was basically beating up Cena. Cena comes back with his usual bullshit. Orton takes it to the outside, throws Cena onto the announce table. He goes for the Demon DDT, but Cena sends Orton to the outside. I mean, he just throws him. Cena and Orton collide. Orton then comes back, sends Cena hard into the corner. He keeps up the momentum. Cena comes back somehow, but Orton stops it with a snap power slam for a near fall. He looks for the Demon DDT again, but Cena counters, tries for the AA. Orton counters with snapping Cena's neck on the top rope. Orton comes in, Cena tries for the STF. Orton hits a wicked clothesline, and he tries for another move. Cena stopped it, as usual. Cena goes up top, but Orton crotches him. Then he hits the Demon DDT off the top rope. Sick! So he only gets 2, as Cena always kicks out of 2. Then he looks for the RKO. Cena counted into the STF. But Seth Rollins and Kane came in for the DQ finish. That was fucking lame. I mean, come on with these DQ finishes all the fucking time. The match is up, I get 2.5 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, the Authority continues to beat down Cena. Cena tries to fight out of it, but Rollins hits a kick to Cena's face. Kane then hits a choke slam on Cena. They take him outside. Seth Rollins rips up the announce table, and he looks to do what he did to Cena, what he did to Ambrose by, you know, picking up the thing, you know, and the cinder blocks underneath the thing. So Kane goes to pick up the box, and instead of cinder blocks, it's Dean Ambrose. Oh, how did he get under there? So Ambrose just beats the crap out of the Authority, takes out Rollins with a clothesline. Kane looks to take out Dean, but Cena saves him. Rollins leaves the ring. Cena hits the AA on Kane. Dean hits Dirty Deeds on Orton. And then Seth Rollins runs through the crowd, and Dean and Cena stand tall and basically stare down him, Seth Rollins to end Raw. So the aftermath was okay. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. But what does this mean now? Is Seth and Dean going to have a match at Hell in a Cell? And what about Cena? I know Cena wants a piece of Seth Rollins too for costing the chance to be a 16-time champion. Where's this going to go? I guess we're gonna find out on SmackDown or on Raw next week. We'll see. But Raw itself was pretty decent. It wasn't great, but it was decent. It was better than the last few weeks that we've seen. So I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. So let me know your thoughts on Raw. You can leave a comment down below, or you can do a video response if you wish. Smash that like button and share this video all over the internet. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my other channels. Links in the description box. And that's basically it. So Raw gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. Let me know what you guys thought of it. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for me. I'm going to have a little bit of a late night snack. And then I'm going to go to bed because I got work tomorrow. So thank you all for watching this video. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. We'll see you guys next time. Peace!